Good evening to all of you. Can you all see me and hear me? If you can, just put a yes in the chat box. Okay. Great. You can put it in the main chat box, all of you. Very good. Very good. Fine. So, yeah. Thank you all. Thank you all. Just wait for a few minutes and then we will start off the session. Okay. Yeah. Good evening, Shivangi. Good evening, Joydev. Good evening, Vijay Lakshmi. Good evening, Mohini. Good evening to all of you. Yeah, you can put it in the main chat box. No issues on that. Uh, good evening, all of you. Good evening, Veena. Good evening, Vivek. Good evening, Pavni, Sri Lakshmi, Anshi, Sheikh, Hazra. Good evening, Atira. Good evening, Varsha. Good evening. Good evening, Vasudev. Good evening, Sweta. One plus. I don't get the name. Palak. Good evening, Rajeshwari. Good evening, Sejal. Good evening. Good evening to all of you. Okay, great, great, great. So it's nice that all of you have joined in this evening. Uh, Good evening, Zutan Chaudhary. Shall I call you that way? Okay. Good evening, Soumya. Okay, just 2 minutes more and we will start off. It's 7:03 now. And good evening, Kamlesh. Good evening, Deepti. Oh, Kamlesh, you're seeing me again, is it? Thank you, Kamlesh. Himanshu, good evening. How come you're seeing me again? Kamlesh, Mallikarjun, good evening. Good evening. Deepika, good evening. Zutan Chaudhary, good evening. Prathavi, good evening. Last workshop also good. Yes, Prathavi, great, great, great. Very nice. Thank you. Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, this time I'm just giving you again a introduction to this. So whatever doubts you had in the last session, you can always ask. For those of you who had joined in earlier. Thank you, Rajeshwari. Joined the last meet. You couldn't join, Nikita. Okay, fine. Okay, right. So I'm glad that some of you are repeating again, and that's very interesting. Right. Good, all of you. Thank you all. Good evening. Good evening. Fine. So I think we should start off. It's already time, and just give me a minute, and I will start. Okay, okay. That was on my birthday session. Okay, thank you all. Thank you, thank you. Okay, fine, fine, fine. So this is basically a shorter version of that again. Um, Good evening. Okay, okay. First session, Mustafa. Okay. Good evening, all of you. Welcome once again to this session webinar on STEM and STEM robotics course. So, yeah, more so, welcome all the people, those who had joined in earlier. A little bit of it could be a repetition, but I would love to hear from all of you, especially those who have joined in for the second time. Is there anything which you want to ask, which you want to know about? I would be glad to help you out again on this session. For all those of you who are joining in new, this topic will essentially be able to enhance your thought process on what is STEM and STEM robotics. So good evening, all of you, and welcome to this session. And I thank you all for joining in on this evening, taking out time to be with us today. Thank you all. So let's start off. Certified STEM and STEM robotics course. So let me introduce you. We update, we uplift, we upskill, we upkeep, we upgrade, and we are Up Educators. We at Up Educators are academic partners with Google for Education, Cambridge International, MEPSC, STEM.org, Skills for Innovation, OTHM, NASCOM Future Skills, and ETHIC. We are India's leading institute to offer instructor-led training courses to educators, and we focus on 21st century pedagogy, AI tools, innovative teaching practices, and digital tools. It helps to enhance learning experiences and improve learning outcomes, right? So just a minute. Yeah, we have trained over 10,000 educators, 20,000 schools and colleges around the world, trained teachers from about 25 countries. And we are the largest teaching community on social media with over 5 lakh plus followers in India. And we have got a rating of about 4.8 out of 5 in Google reviews by 4,000 plus educators. Yep. So, right. Good evening. Annually, over 25,000 plus teachers participate in subject-wise international Olympiads organized by Up Educators, which have got a lot of media coverage for the Olympiad sessions in Hindustan Times, Business Standard, The Print, and so on. The Olympiads include International Primary Teachers Olympiad, English Teachers Olympiad, Science Teachers Olympiad, Pre-Primary Teachers, Maths, and Digital Teachers Olympiad. We have also taken initiatives as a part of Google for Education. We have taken it up as a nationwide AI training program for about 10,000 plus educators across India. And we also have taken up about the challenge of training 20,000 plus faculty and students, aligning with NEP 2020. We have built India's first offline AI platform, UpEducate AI, designed for teachers, students, and parents. Intel AI-powered laptops include a chip, which UpEducators are provided the content for that, which you can use the laptops offline, right, without connecting to the internet, and you can use AI tools, right? So we are also associated with NASCOM Future Skills Program, where advanced AI course for educators, as well as STEM, certified STEM teachers. Somebody is writing on my screen. Can you please avoid that? Yeah. So under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, this is possibly the only one course which has been for STEM related training program which has been accredited, right? Accredited. Uh, and this would be of great use, especially the STEM program, right? So kindly do not underline in case if you have any doubts related to the topic, you are free to ask about that. I have no issues, but please do not underline. Okay, that distracts me and it will be a bit difficult for me to. Yeah, Palak, kindly refrain from that, please. Yeah. So we have trained over 20,000 teachers and claims the top position in the teacher professional development in India, especially the Economic Times Education Award, which happened a few days back. Right. Now to give you introduction about myself, for those of you who have joined in new, my name is Sri Anil Gangadhar. I'm a retired flight engineer from the Indian Navy. I have about 36 years of teaching experience in physics and chemistry. I'm a DGCA certified drone pilot and drone instructor, Google certified educator, Gemini certified educator, trainer at Up Educators currently. This is the aircraft that I had been flying once upon a time, and I have about 850 hours of flying on this aircraft. And this is the cockpit of that aircraft, which you can see in the picture. The pilot and co-pilot seat and the flight engineer seat is in between these two, and the flight engineer seat has been pulled back. I was mainly part of controlling the four engines, as you can see over here. The engines were mainly, this entire panel was for the engines, and this is the fire extinguisher panel in the aircraft of Illusion 38 aircraft. This particular aircraft was used specifically for reconnaissance and anti-submarine warfare, right? Um, this is the aircraft that I'm flying now, which is drones, and this is the controller of that aircraft. So you can see the vast change which has taken place in technology over the years. And two main functions, like for example, you take the case of survey, mapping, search and rescue. These operations are being carried out by drones now, which was earlier carried out by this aircraft. Now you can imagine the advancement in technology has brought in large amount of savings in money. And that is one of the reasons why we need to embrace technology. And when technology is moving at such a fast pace, it is imperative for us teachers to catch up with that so that we can educate our students to be able to take up professions which are related to advancement in technologies, right? These are the few certifications that I have. I have about 25, 28 certifications in different fields, mainly from STEM.org, or you can take generative AI, science of cooking from Harvard, workshop on advanced air mobility from Bharat Space Education Search, and so on and so forth. So quite a few of them. The fundamental reason why I have taken up so many certifications and still learning, right? Still learning. The reason for that is because as an educator, I believe it's my responsibility to guide students to the advancement in technology which is taking place, right? And what are the options available to them. But what do you think has brought about major changes in the education over a period of time? This is one interesting question which many of you would like to answer. What is it that brought about major changes in the education over a period of time? Yeah. What do you think for all of you? Right? Yeah. What do you think has brought about major changes in the education over a period of time? You can put it in your chat box and tell me what is your guess. Yeah, Pramila, go ahead. You wanted to say something. Please put it in the chat box. We are muted. Yeah, that's right. You are muted. You can put it in the chat box. You can put in the chat box. Clear visualization, AI. I have put it on mute because everybody would be disturbed otherwise. So kindly bear with me for the time being. Inclusion of technology is somebody saying good. Yeah, that's right. Technology. Adira says it is technology. Teacher-centric to child-centric approach. That's right, Pramila. Learning by doing. AI is bringing in major changes. That's right. AI in teaching. Yeah, good. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, do you really think that AI is going to disrupt teaching? Do you really think so? All of you? Do you think really that AI will be disrupting teaching and learning? Or will teachers become irrelevant in future? Yeah, will teachers become irrelevant in future due to AI? Good, good. I'm so happy that many of you believe it is no, right? And that is the spirit. That is the spirit, right? We need to, yes, we need to take helpful in some ways. Yeah, we will discuss about this as well, right? And I'll surely help you navigate this particular challenge, right? Fine. So, but what is the major things which changes in the education over a period of time? I think we need to look at it from a different perspective. Let's look at it this way. right? Jobs and industry, jobs and industry, right? Jobs and industry are changing, are forcing education to change, right? Because mainly what are people doing, right? What are people doing? Why people are getting educated so that they can get jobs, right? They should be ready for the job market, right? Knowledge is one thing, there's no doubt about it. But at the end of the day, that entire learning process leads them to some job or industry where they should be ready. The agriculture, which was the basic, the necessity once upon a time, that is now changing. During that time, the education was not very formal. They were relying on hunting animals, fishing, and foraging for food. Agricultural revolution made a little bit of impact on the education, because mainly that was being transferred from one generation to the other. But the first industrial revolution, which took place early 18th century, that created the need for basic literature and numeracy, and that was the one which was driving the need for a formalized education. The second industrial revolution took it a step further. Schools adapted by including technical subjects like mechanics, economics, education, and it became more practical because they wanted people to work in the industries, right? When it comes to the third industrial revolution, it has, yeah, AI is very helpful. That's, I agree with you. Evaluation, lesson plans, etc. We'll discuss that. So, math, science, and computer science started coming into the foray, and people started using these in the classrooms as well. So digital tools like calculators, computers, online resources, PowerPoint, Word, Excel, all these things started coming into the classroom after the third industrial revolution, right? So even that time, when initially calculators came to the market, a lot of people were skeptical about how things are going to change. That once calculators are used, people will stop using their mathematical ability, and a lot of such things had come up. But uh, we know what is the change taken place, how much calculators are actually helping, right? So similarly, AI also is disrupting. There is no doubt about it, but we have to keep pace with it, right? Now let us look at the fourth industrial revolution. What impact is the fourth industrial revolution having the on the education part? Look at the healthcare. If you look at healthcare, as of today, the majority, 90% surgeries and things like that are being done by doctors themselves, right? In person. But the future is going to be using robotics for surgery. But here, doctors are not going to become irrelevant in any case. But still, there will be a need for doctors to adapt themselves to this changing technology. If you look at agriculture, where it used to be manual labor, now things are getting automated, right? There is smart agriculture, there is precision agriculture, right? So agriculture is also changing at a very fast pace. If you look at military, right, worldwide, the wars which are taking place now, the number of casualties, of human casualties, are very minimal, right? The reason for that, because drones are being used, or technology is being used for pinpointed accuracy. So again, military. Now, if you look at courier services, now yeah, that's right. I agree with you, Pramod. Right. So courier services as of today, and for me, this is something more dearer because I am in continuous tracking of this particular thing because it's related to drones. So courier services, as of today, uh, we know that the Amazon or Flipkart or Zomato and Swiggy are all bringing the material to your house manually. Somebody is driving the scooter and coming it down. A period of time will come when only the last mile will be done by the human beings. Up till there, up till where the human being can collect it, up till there it will be delivered by drones. So this is going to be the future. So if the drones are going to be used, where already trials are going on in places like Africa. Medicines are being delivered, blood is being delivered by drones. So there is going to be a need for drone technicians. There's going to be a need for air traffic control management systems. There is going to be need for repair and maintenance of these drones. There's going to be drone companies which are set up. So we need people for all these things. Start preparing them now for the next 5 years, right? So manufacturing, earlier welding and things like that was being done by human beings. Now those are being done by robots. Even a simple Maruti 800 car manufacturing is done almost completely automated, right? So there again is a requirement for people who will manufacture these robots. There will be requirement for people who repair these robots, programming these robots. For all these purposes, humans will be needed. So there again, you have an opportunity. Only thing is that the welding has stopped, but the robot manufacturing. So you need to change. Our students need to prepare themselves for the future. That is what we should know first so that we can educate our students for that. So the fourth industrial revolution is characterized by advancement in AI, robotics, IoT, drone, biotechnology, and data analytics. It is transforming industries and redefining education. Because after all, the purpose of education is to prepare the students for tomorrow, right? So K to 12 education is evolving, and that is the reason why, based on the NEP 2020, we have to integrate science, technology, engineering, and mathematics and emphasize on coding and robotics, right? The fourth industrial revolution focuses on STEM education and real world applications. So let us explore STEM in a little more detail, right? Let us look at the STEM in a little more detail. Now tell me one thing, all of you. How many of you have seen this one device? How many of you have seen this one device, right? Or I wish nobody has an opportunity to use it, but I'm sure many of you know about this, correct? Yeah. Yes, yes. Yeah. What is this basically? What is this? What is this? This is a glucometer. This is a glucometer, right? A glucometer used for testing blood sugar levels. That's right. Okay. Now tell me, for making this glucometer, right, in designing this glucometer, what is the role of a doctor on a scale of 1 to 10? What do you think is the role of an MBBS doctor in designing this device from on a scale of 0 to 10? On a scale of 0 to 10, what is the contribution of an MBBS doctor? Right? That's great. So many of you are even putting in 0 and 1 also. Right? Almost nil. Right? Almost nil. Right? So who are the people doing it? The people, those who are doing it are engineers, those who might be in the field of electronics, communication, electrical, biomedical engineering, and so many others, right? Doctors are not involved in it. Very less at all. If at all, there's almost nil, right? Even biomedical engineering is also limited in this case. They are more into robotics, right? This is a totally different device which is being generated. Now, this particular thing involves chemistry, right? Whether it is what you call adsorption of blood being sucked from your finger, or whether it is the electronics carrying the signals, the sensors which are used, and the display which is there, electricity, electronics, PCB generation, all these things are involved. But one very important point is, how does somebody conceive this thought process? How does somebody conceive this thought process that how I can make this device? How can this device be made? So thinking about it for the first time, right? That is what we need to create in our children, right? Now, trying to solve some problem. So somebody has found out this device, okay, which can detect your blood sugar levels, right? What is the next step? Next step is, after detection, what? Right? So what can be done about that? So can we motivate our students to ensure that if the sugar levels are higher than so and so, then he gets a warning or a message that now you have to take this kind of food materials, or your food has to be regulated, or whatever, some kind of an advice on an urgent basis, on a long term basis, right? We don't have any such device right now, right? So that the feed will be taken from here, feed will be taken from this device, and calculations will be done somewhere else, and a recipe is designed for that patient automatically, right? So we don't have a system as of now for this. Maybe one of your students can design something like this, right? So that is STEM education. I request all of you, please do not annotate on my screen, right? Yeah. STEM education is essentially integrating science, technology, engineering, mathematics. It is becoming important because it is equipping students with the skills which is required for thriving in the technology-driven world. So what is the traditional approach, right? Like a fifth standard teacher teaching about waste management, explaining about biodegradable and non-biodegradable materials in the classroom, landfills, incineration, etc. But the challenge here is that that is only about theoretical knowledge, right? How about giving them something practical, right? In the class, the teacher stands in the class and explains it to everybody, and it is all, there is no hands-on working there. It does not develop the skills to innovate solutions, right? That is where the problem is, right? And that is what we need to change. Now, if you look at the waste management being looked at from the point of view of STEM education, now here you will find
we consider this as a waste material. As we put this on a sensor, the sensor will decide accordingly and throw it into the respective zones.
right now, this is a practical what you call that as a STEM based problem solving waste management system. How many of you have seen this in any exhibition? How many of you have seen this in any exhibition? Anybody has seen this? Yeah, this, how to create this. This is using Arduino board and circuits, etc. Okay, so how many have seen this in an exhibition? Right. Now you are all sitting in different places around the country, and I'm finding many of you are saying that you have seen this experiment being done. By the way, this experiment, this video has been taken from the website of Atal Innovation Mission. Okay, Atal Innovation Mission. So from there, this video has been taken because this is a recommended video for STEM related thing. But the point here is what I need you all to think is, around the country, so many states, so many far off places, each one of you is coming from. But all of you are telling me that you have seen this happening. Okay. My question to all of you is that why is this becoming an all India kind of project? That is because people are downloading it from somewhere and presenting it in an exhibition, which is amply clear that this is not original what they are doing. Is this correct? Am I right? Aren't the students downloading it from somewhere and producing it as if like writing a 12th standard board exam? Where is the innovation here? If people sitting here in front of me, all of you have seen this, means that this is being copied and repeated. Now tell me one thing, creativity, absolutely Himanshu, creativity is missing. Not only creativity, I will tell you critical thinking is missing. Now I want all of you to look at this. I attended one exhibition where I was a judge and this was presented in front of me. Okay. So my question to the teacher who advised them, my question to the teacher who was advising the students was simple question: how can you scale this up to your village? How can you scale it up? If you are going to keep an object which is wet or dry on top of this, you already know it is wet or dry, isn't it? When you are keeping it on top of it, there is a sensor on top of it, right? So if you already know you are lifting that dirt and taking it to the dustbin, you know whether it is wet or dry. My problem is, how can I solve this problem? Does this dustbin actually solve that problem? It doesn't. So therefore, how can you modify this? You teachers have to sit down and think and make them think. You don't have to know the answer. And this is something which every teacher should know. You don't need to know the answer. You need to motivate them to find out the answer and then correct them as to what they are doing is right or wrong. Is that clear? I think I've made myself. Have you understood the concept here? Most of the time, teachers think that I will have to, I will have to keep explaining them, so I should know everything first. No, you don't have to. You don't have to know everything on this earth. It is not possible for any teacher to do it. But you should have the ability to motivate them to start searching. Yes, Durgesh? Understood? Yes or no? I think, Durgesh, you said you have not got it. Yeah, Durgesh? Yeah. Okay, Durgesh, what I'm trying to tell you here is this, that as a teacher, you don't need to know 100% things. Okay. You can guide them. You can motivate them to find out things. Right. So I'll give you a simple example that is called as the paradox of the Russian gymnast coach. Have you all seen Russian gymnastic coach? Russia is the topmost in gymnastics. Okay, Russia is the topmost in gymnastics, right? If you look at the gymnasts in Russian Olympic teams, they are really superb. But if you look at the coaches who are coaching them, they are huge, hefty people. They can't even pick up, forget lifting weight or something. They can't even bend. They are such huge people, right? But then how do they create such fantastic gymnasts? Because they know how to train, they know how to coach, they know how to motivate, they know the science behind it. That is what you need to do, right? So you need to know some concepts about it, but you have to have idea. Yeah, correct. That is precisely what we are going to discuss today, Durgesh. How I will be knowing, how I will be able to correct them. Fantastic, right? That is perfect. What you will do is become a part of them. Be along with them in the journey. You don't have to be ahead of them and ask them to follow you. Be besides them and keep learning along with them. But you should know some basics before you start giving them the idea. What you should know, that Arduino board is there, how it can be used, some basic idea you should have. Then you can tell them these are the tools. Perfect, Avni, you got it. You got it. Right. No. Exactly. Aisha, you're asking me how should I solve their query? No, you don't have to solve their query. This is the biggest mistake we do. We don't have to solve their query. We have to guide them how they can find the solutions, where they can find the solutions. That is what you need to do. Every time you give them the answer, you are actually creating more problems for them. Done? Yes. They have to search for the knowledge. Right. Let's consider this. Yeah. Now, if you look at this, how STEM is going to be involved. If you look at the robotic arm here, there is science, there is technology, there is engineering and mathematics. Everything is involved in this one robotic arm, right? Fine. Absolutely, Durgesh. I think now you got the point. Now you got the point. Okay. So drones. If you look at drones, when you learn drone technology, you are learning about how the propellers are producing lift, technology using GPS sensors to collect data, engineering in building and programming the drone, and in mathematics in how the drones can be used in the farms and fields, etc. Right? How much area, how photography can be done. Omkar, can you wait for a few minutes, please? If it was only for the certificate, then possibly I would have given it to you in the beginning itself, right? Omkar, it will come to you. It will come at the end. Done? Yeah, fine. Thank you. Right. So benefits of STEM education in today's world quite a bit, encourages critical thinking and innovation, enhances real world application, boosting 21st century skills, prepares students for the future careers, and increases engagement and hands-on learning. Now, as what just to build on what Omkar has just now said, he's more interested, I think, about it. I'm glad that you want a certificate. That is true. But my aim today's session is essentially to give you a different perspective on STEM education, right? I would be happy if you would suggest me some way to improve my own self, Omkar, when you listen to me till the end, right? Because we have got STEM really wrong in this country. We have got STEM education completely wrong, right? And that is what I'm trying to correct in every session of mine, right? So please be with me. I'm there to clarify your doubts, right? So let's look at it from a different perspective. Let us not always say that China is ahead of us. China is ahead of us because we teachers need to correct ourselves. And STEM is one opportunity. Let us just do it, right? Now, who are the four stakeholders in this? The parents, the government, the students, and the teachers. The main four stakeholders in this entire program, right? And I will tell you, yes, we need basic training, Aisha, and I really appreciate what you said. We teachers need some basic training. Perfect. And that's precisely what I'm going to talk to you about, right? So, parents, what can parents do? Many of you must be parents already, right? And yeah, right. Yes, Swati, there are a lot of activities that you can conduct. I will just come to that. I'm just quickly going through this. What are parents doing? What parents can do actually? What parents can do? Parents can send their children to STEM and robotics and coding classes, etc., etc. But how do you ensure that the the classes which you are sending to are really worth it, right? Are they, you're ready to pay for it, you're ready to pay for it, but even after paying, are you really getting what you should be getting? That is the point. That is where we need to look into. If you look at what government is doing, government is setting up a lot of STEM labs all over the country, right? They are investing a lot of money, but at the end of the day, tell me one thing, science labs are being set up in the schools. Now tell me one thing, Atal Tinkering Labs are there in the schools. Almost now they have 50,000 plus Atal Tinkering Labs are being set up in all over the country, right? And there's a lot of things going on about it. Tell me one thing, all of you. Uh, just give me an idea. Are you all school teachers somewhere? Who are our school teachers? Please put a yes in the chat box. If you are a school teacher, please put a yes in the chat box. Fantastic. So many of you. Tell me how many schools have got qualified STEM teachers? Do you know of a qualified STEM teacher? Do you have one in the school? I'm not talking about B.Ed. I'm not talking about B.Ed. Do you have a qualified STEM teacher? Right? By the way, any clue about what is the qualification that you will get for STEM who are trained teachers? Trained, not through B.Ed. Does B.Ed give you a STEM qualification? right? It doesn't. Not yet. Not yet. Correct? That is what is lacking here. That is what is lacking here. We need qualified skill for STEM robotics. Don't take it as STEM and robotics. You take it as two separate things altogether, right? There are very few qualified STEM. Now, the only one recognition which is there is certified STEM and robotics teacher, right? Certified STEM and robotics teacher by NASCOM, accredited by NASCOM. I am a STEM and robotics teacher. I got 8 certifications in STEM. All right. Right from STEM.org onwards. Right. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you should get qualified in this, and the one which has got the emblem of the government of India is STEM accredited by NASCOM, right? So we will go into details of that. But what are students doing? Students are moving from traditional projects. These were the old type projects, but what is happening now?
So here is our school, and this is our school's main gate. We had used the rain sensors, so when we place our hand over here, the gates will open and close automatically for 5 seconds. Then we have also used the light sensors. Whenever it is dark, the lights will go on. All the school lights will go on. And whenever it is daytime, means there is light, they will all switch off.
I want you to just look at this also.
सर ये ऑटोमेटिक रेन डिटेक्टर है, जैसे कि यहाँ पे बाहर कपड़े सूखने को डाल रखे होते हैं, तो जब बारिश आती है तो कपड़े भीग जाते हैं। इसी के कारण मैंने एक प्रोजेक्ट बना रखा है, यहाँ पे पानी डालते हैं, वैसे ही कपड़े अंदर हो जाएंगे, और जैसे ही धूप निकलेगी वैसे ही ये बाहर हो जाएंगे।
Okay. Now what I want you to do is, I want you to think about it. The 2 videos which you saw of the students, what did you find new in that? What is eye catching in that? In the two things, what is eye catching in that? Yep. Okay. I would look at it from a different perspective. Look at the confidence with which these children are talking. Look at the confidence with which the children are talking, right? That is what gives them that satisfaction. So students are really interested. Students are really wanting to put their hard efforts in, but unfortunately, they don't have the right directions to go in. And that is what we teachers need to put in, right? This is what is required, right? So nowadays, students are participating in coding and robotic competitions, and around the world, some kind of competitions are going on. But what are teachers doing? What are teachers doing? Majority of the teachers are still teaching in traditional way, that is teaching in isolation, right? Now, anybody maths teachers here? Anybody maths teachers here? Hi, Mohammed. Hello. Yeah, anybody maths teachers here? Okay, great. I will tell you one. Okay, fantastic. Okay, great. I have a lot of maths teachers here, and at least those who are interested in maths, fantastic. Others also. Let me ask you one thing. If I give you a question, 3x plus 5 is equal to 20. Okay, 3x plus 5 is equal to 20. Can you find out the value of x? Yes or no? 3x plus 5 is equal to 20. Find the value of x. Can you find out yes or no? Yes, all of you. I don't want the answer. Can you find out the answer, yes or no? How did you find it out? What did you do? What you did now is 3x plus 5 is equal to 20. You put 3x is equal to 20 minus 5, and then x is equal to, 15 divided by 3. Correct? That's what you've done. Now pay attention here, all of you, and take your time. Take your time, okay? I want you to find out 3 other methods of solving the same thing. Now everybody has gone blank. Okay? I want you to tell me 3 other methods to solve the same thing using using some objects. Okay, 3 methods. No formula. No formula. Okay, no formula. Okay, yeah, that is where STEM comes in. I want you to show them practical applications of this formula. Okay, practical applications. Yes, trial and error. Very good. So how will you demonstrate that in the class? Right? Think that way. 3 more ways by which you can solve the same thing, or maybe 5. Maybe 5 ways. Correct? So like that, what will happen is next time they get a question, they will be able to use that method to solve this equation. Can you not do it pictorially? Yes, Sejal. Can you not do it using graphs? Right? So 3 other methods to solve it. Now this, what teachers need to do. They have to integrate science, maths, engineering, and technology. They need to connect their teaching with real world applications, right? Integrate it with. Now tell me, yeah, fantastic. How much time do we have to learn STEM, right? The first industrial revolution, they had about 100 years. The second industrial revolution took about 50 years. In third industrial revolution, technology revolution, 20 to 30 years. But in the fourth, we hardly have any time. I put here 3 to 5 years, but I'm sure you all know with the advent of AI, you don't even have days, forget years to change, right? So what are the benefits of learning STEM to teachers? Enhanced teaching methods. You will learn better methods to teach. Real world applications, using it actually in the real world, right? So here we have some examples where it can be used, like teachers explaining soil structure of soil using robotics, teacher teaching Pascal's law using STEM kit, teacher is teaching angles, right, using the concept of servo motors, etc. Right? You can help students in STEM competitions and projects. Cross-curricular integration is an essential requirement for NEP 2020. Now, this is something which is most favorite to me, right? Right? What can you do as STEM teacher? You can be a STEM teacher. You can be a STEM coordinator. You can own a STEM lab of your own. Now, tell me one thing, all of you. How many STEM labs are there? Private STEM labs, not school. Private STEM labs in your 10-kilometer radius around your house. How many private STEM labs are there in a radius of 10 kilometers around your house? Right? Unless you are staying in a metropolitan city, right? Okay, you increase the radius to 20 kilometers. Do you think you will have one? And I'm sure your child will not go beyond 20 kilometers every day. So, if there is none, then there is a demand for it, right? Why can't you start one? Why can't you start one? Right? Each one of you has got the potential. Why don't you start one? It is not expensive, Aisha. That is the biggest mistake. It is not expensive at all. Right? It is not expensive at all. You just need a kit which you can use and reuse and reuse. Right? Okay. So it is that simple. So you can own a STEM lab. You can be a curriculum designer for STEM labs. I have been doing this. Right now, I'm a curriculum designer for drones and STEM here at Up Educators. Technology integration specialist. You can be a professional development trainer. You can be a robotics and coding teacher, right? And you can also be a part-time robotics coding teachers online, right? So there is tremendous scope to enhance your career and add one more source of income for your normal stud work. According to UNESCO report, STEM teachers are in shortfall across the world. And Up Educators has introduced a step-by-step process of learning STEM. During this talk, what I'm giving you right now, you have any doubts, you're totally free to ask. I will clarify all your doubts. We have Up Educators have got a certified STEM teachers program and a STEM robotic teachers program. The STEM teachers program is essentially unmute. Durgesh, can you just hold for a few minutes, please, Durgesh? I will unmute you. Don't worry. Okay. Yeah. Just give me a few minutes because I just want to finish it off. Otherwise, there will be a disturbance, right? So, robotics, STEM and STEM robotics. So basically, what is the fundamental difference between these two courses is STEM teacher is essentially for integrating it with your existing subject, whereas STEM robotics is essentially for those who are already having some knowledge of computers, because it will be yeah, we are conducting this training, and I will be one of your faculty for this training, right? Myself, we are two of us who conduct this training for you, right? So STEM and robotics teacher, you will be designing a curriculum integration you will be carrying out for robotics, right? So what does it include? It includes basics of STEM. What is STEM education, introduction, STEM classroom strategies, and this is one of our unique features, right? Right. The unique feature for UP educators is that we give you these aspects: inquiry-based learning, game-based learning, project-based learning, design thinking process, and technology-based learning. By the way, I am a professional in design thinking from IBM, right? So I understand the importance of design thinking, how that teaching is going to help students. Interdisciplinary teaching techniques, integrating STEM with other subjects, right? STEM-based lesson plan curriculum development is another part of our strategy. DIY STEM projects include hands-on, using objects which are there in your house, right? How you can create your own DIY projects for the school, right? Water conductivity is one such thing. Teachable machine. By the way, we have got an entire syllabus on AI. Your first 4 sessions will be on AI, including teachable machine. It also includes AI, Gemini AI, Notebook LM, and such things. Tools which you, including how to create apps, right? Simulation apps, right? This is one application of teachable machine, where it will learn about the different diseases and be able to predict what is a possible disease.
AI-powered web app that can tell whether a crop
Right.
leaf is healthy or...
Next is AI simulator using vibe coding. This is another thing which is a part of our syllabus, right? And Internet of Things in STEM, IoT, including Arduino R4 Wi-Fi. We have Wi-Fi modules, different Wi-Fi modules, IoT database, how to create them, using IoT platforms, sensors and actuators. This is one of our projects using soil sensor. Now, soil moisture sensor, right? Sensing it over the net. That is not the idea. The idea is how it can be used in actual real life, right? I'll give you one small example of this. You can use this in a water tank, okay, to check water levels in the tank, right? If you don't have a float valve, automatically it can switch on and switch off the pump when water level goes down. That technology can be used. Here you have a humidity and temperature sensor which is checked online, right? So IoT, AI using IoT is another very important aspect. Then you have face recognition system using IoT, right? Using for right. Automatically the door latch opens using facial recognition. This is again a part of our training process. Now, basics of robotics, introduction to Arduino, basic electronic components, understanding using various sensors, basics of C++. And by the way, you don't need to learn any coding, okay? In today's world, you should not be doing basic coding at all, but you should know how to read a code. That is important. Use ultrasonic radar sensors, light following robots, flame detecting robots, etc. This is one of our projects, right? Which is which moves in the light. The moment it sees darkness, it goes, turns itself and moves. Where can you use it? That is important part. It is not about making the robot. It is about how can you use it, right? So now this is another one which is a joystick controlled robot, right? You have to think about where it can be used. Next is drones for educators. We also have a drone program, right? We also have a drone program wherein drones, you will be actually making a drone and flying the drone. You will study all about drones, right, including the basic principles of flight. You will also be studying about the drone rules, right? And you will also study about how to assemble and test fly the drone yourself in your own house, right? Entrepreneurship and guidance and career guidance will help you understand how to set up your own lab, what are the finances involved, how to get accreditations. All this thing is a part of the masterclass which we conduct. E-learning modules from Intel SFI, which includes integrated design thinking in classroom, integrated computational thinking in classroom, and create your own starter pack. Right? So, is STEM learning difficult for teachers? Not really. Kids are learning it as old as me at the age of 60. If I can learn, the two extremes, you're all far younger than me and you can easily do it. And we have a lot of success stories. I'm not going into details of that. You can find it on our website. We also have a hero a panel on our website where you can see all our the students who have achieved very great things in their life doing the course back, right? Now, we have got also feedback from a number of teachers who have done our courses, and those are there on Google reviews for you to see. Personally, you will find students have given a lot of accolades for us. How do you learn STEM online, by the way? We first take you through the simulations and then we take you to the real world projects. How is it conducted? It is a live online training for 2 months, right? 1.5 hours, 3 days a week. 8:30 to 10 is the batch which we have. And the investment which you need to do is 13,900 plus GST, and 4,000 rupees kit will be free in case if you join within the next few days. And you have a batch starting on 3rd September. So the earlier the better. And certified STEM is about 15,900. That is essentially because the kit is a little expanded one. You have some more additional modules in that. And that's the reason why. Batch is starting on 3rd September again. And drone course is an add-on course to both these programs. Yeah. Have we got STEM wrong? Absolute, Sejal. Absolutely. You are perfectly right. We have got STEM wrong. Really, we have got it wrong, right? We have not understood what is the purpose of putting. My simple point is this. How can you create innovators of tomorrow? Right? Is the project which you're doing going to create innovators of tomorrow? Do they know what is the purpose of what they are doing? Do they know design thinking? Do they know project-based learning? That is what is important in today's world, right? We also have master classes on all these projects. And what is a certification? This is something very important. I want you to look at this carefully. This is a government accredited STEM educator certification from NASSCOM Future Skills. For those of you who are looking for a qualification in STEM education, this is the ultimate one which comes from the government of India, right? So, is this valid? Absolutely, because it has got a QR code which is on the, what do you call that as, which will be, which you can scan and get the details of it, right? So, this is something which is very, very important. And you also get an Intel AI Professional Development Certification at the end of the course. This is an internationally accredited organization called as STEM.org. You get a certification from there as well. You get a certificate from Up Educators, which is course completion certificate, STEM and robotics. And if you want further details of this, you can always visit upeducators.com. And for those of you who have been eagerly waiting for your link for your certification, just give me a minute and I will send that link for you. Just give me a minute, right? Okay. And I would be very happy in case if you ask me how you could contribute to the future of STEM and STEM education. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Okay, there you are. You get your, is this a certified webinar? Yeah, you get a certification right now, right? You can click on the, fill up that form and you will get your certification, no doubt. Now I'll open up this chat for you to ask your doubts. You're most welcome. No, it is, see, Sejal, I will tell you, it is not about which kit you use. That is not the idea. You can use n number of kits, and I would suggest that you should not use kits, actually. That is my personal suggestion, because we also don't give kits. We give an Arduino board. We give you a kit in the, no. What I'm saying is, when you have kits, right, ready-made kits, what should be in the kit? Right? The kit should have an Arduino board. You should have few components, few sensors, right? And a lot of ideas. That's all. The moment you give kit, what happens with the kit is you assemble the kit, it works, everybody is excited. After 2 days, it is forgotten. Who made that kit actually? They use their intelligence to make the kit. Will your child be able to make another kit of that type? That is a question which you have to ask, which will solve the real world problem. So my question is, if you have an Arduino board, okay, let me tell you one thing. Okay, when you're giving the kit, what you're doing is like purchasing palak paneer cooked in a packet, bringing it home, heating it and eating it. On the contrary, if you give fresh palak and you give onion and you give all the vegetables and tell you make it yourself, whatever you want to make, you make it yourself. Isn't that a great idea? Okay, isn't that a great idea? Sejal, what do you say? Now, for me, how it looks is like this. How I look at STEM is something like this. You get into a kitchen, okay? Introduce your child into the kitchen and say that, make one diabetic diet, okay? Make a food for a diabetic patient in the next 2 hours. Use whatever is there in the kitchen. The kitchen platform is your Arduino board. All the masalas in the kitchen is your sensors. Connect all of them and make one dish, which will be something new, not a ready-made item. Is that a good idea? That is STEM education, right? And I would like all of you to look at STEM from that point of view. Not just copying, pasting from somewhere. What is it that you can create new, which does not exist today? But at the same time, it should solve some problem, right? That is the importance of STEM education. So this course, what we are having, certified STEM and STEM robotics courses, in 2 months' time, your mindset will change. You can learn those projects from anywhere. The idea is not the project. What you're getting is the mindset change, which will shift from just making those projects to thinking differently, right? And for all of you, it is not about this last piece of certificate that you're getting today. That is obviously there, but importance is what have you learned from this 1.5 hours of this session, right? And I would be glad to open up all your, I am unmuting all of you, right? So that you can put up your questions and I would be glad to answer those. Aisha, knowledge is important. Knowledge is important. But what is more important than that is applying that knowledge for the good of humanity. That is what is important. Yeah, people can have knowledge. And like somebody said, there was a professor who just, I was reading some time back. And what he said was that, what is your output to input ratio? for every teacher to think about. What is your output to input ratio? Output to input ratio means how much do you give knowledge to what you have absorbed. That should be greater than 1. Right? The amount of knowledge that you are giving out. Right? What technical you don't need any technical background. Absolutely not required. And that is my assurance to you. And I would love to have arts teachers and history teachers and whatever. And be rest assured, I'll take care of you. Okay, Durgesh? Don't worry about it. You don't need to have any background. Right? Yeah, anybody has, fantastic. You are a maths teacher. So obviously, you would also be interested in using these things. For humanity, can't you teach free of cost? Okay. You asked me Samsung. I don't know your name. Could you please mind telling me your name? You have asked a fantastic question, and yes, Chauhan Saab. I'll just answer this first. For humanity, can't you teach free of cost? Absolutely, perfect. Right? Can you assure me? You give me 3 students who says that it is free of cost. I will sponsor it. Don't worry. Okay. And by the way, this is not a institute which is run by me. Okay. This is a private limited company. I am only a faculty in that. Even then, I will help out if there is a deserving student. Take it from me. All right. Okay. We can't get a training from the government. No. Why? Because the government has not. They have given it to NASSCOM to conduct these. Right? Okay. All right. So, yeah, somebody else was asking some other doubt. Somebody has come up with something else. For 12th pass out, is it fruitful? Absolutely, Vasudev. Absolutely. Right? You can. The best part is you can get up to 5,000 rupees Government of India grant after having completed the certification. Right?
Sir, I was expecting that you will give training regarding practical knowledge also.
Who is this? Can you just name yourself?
Pramod Kumar, sir. Pramod Kumar.
Okay. Yeah. What is your this one? Pramod? Yeah.
What
Go
I'm
ahead.
saying, sir, actually, I just want to tell you one thing, sir. Actually, I thought you will give some demonstration, practical demonstration to all of us. So
Correct.
that will be
Okay. I'll tell you.
for actually somebody asking regarding, sir, ki I am from maths background. So
Okay.
is it possible for me to improve myself in STEAM, yeah, robotics? So that is not an issue, but I think it is my opinion, in fact, sir. There should be some concept of programming. That's it, and they should know how to do the things on Arduino IDE and all that. Then they can do
Okay.
the things.
Fantastic. What you said is perfectly correct. I will tell you 2 points here. Number one is, as you said in the beginning, that you should be showing some practicals, or you should be showing some demonstrations, etc. Yes, this we have 2 things, right? And I would invite you to attend the workshop. That is also free of cost. There are some workshops which are free. There are some workshops which are paid workshops. Okay. So when you attend those workshops, when we call it as a workshop, okay, we have hands-on. Not only that I will be demonstrating, you will actually be doing it also, right? That is one part. This is a webinar where we are giving you information about the importance of STEM and how we are going to help in that STEM, right? Third, what you said was about programming. In today's day, right, it is something like saying that when you have a calculator, why do you need Vedic mathematics? Right? So if you have a child who is using a calculator, competing with a child who is using Vedic mathematics or doing something else mentally, right? If the purpose is calculation, then it is a different story. If it is solving a problem, then using calculator is legitimate, right? So if you are having ChatGPT to write your basic coding, then why do you need to learn C++ from scratch? Not required. Yes, but you should know how to read that code. That part we are teaching. So are we teaching IDE? Absolutely. Right. Now, are you into the field of programming already, Pramod?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you doing programming already?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Arduino also?
Yes.
Yeah. Now,
Actually, I'm working as a computer science teacher only, and
okay.
I'm an MC and MTech.
अच्छा, तो अभी आप मुझे बताइए कि अगर आपको आर्डिनो आईडीई क्या होता है और लाइब्रेरी क्या होता
Integrated
है, और
development environment.
नहीं नहीं ड्राइवर और
Actually, what I'm
नहीं नहीं
saying, sir,
नहीं,
if we
सुनिए
are
सुनिए
having
सुनिए
knowledge, basic
ड्राइवर
concept, knowledge of basic concept of,
एग्जैक्टली
uh,
नाउ व्हाट इज हैपनिंग
if we
इज
are having knowledge, basic knowledge of these things, then it will be easy for all of us to
करेक्ट
do the modifications in the
परफेक्टली
programming, to do the changes in the
दैट इज
programming
व्हाट
also
माय
itself.
एम इज
Otherwise, we will have to do the changes in the programs frequently, and we will have to take the help of ChatGPT and all that immediately
करेक्ट
also. So it
नो
is
नो
not good.
सी
We
देयर
should know
इज
about it also.
No, there is absolutely nothing wrong in using Chat GPT. I will tell you one today. I did an automation, right? I did
But
an
for
automation.
that also, if we are having good knowledge of prompt writing, then we will be able to take a relevant output from there also, because sometimes we want to do something different, and it is writing the code differently. That's why we are not getting our proper result. That is the reason also. So we should have a little bit knowledge of programming, so that if you want to be a good uh,
No, no,
knowledge
I
in
agree with you. I agree with you perfectly. I agree with you perfectly. But the point here is that if you are not aware at all now, because you are having knowledge in this field, you have been into this field, therefore you are able to discuss on this topic. But 200 of the others are unable to understand this concept, but they are teaching maths and science in the school. They need to integrate that in day-to-day life. How Pascal's law can be used in water pipe in your house.
actually they
Correct.
are having, in fact they are having logic only, but they don't know how to do it. So technically, if they want to do the things in proper way, then
That
they
is
will have to
exactly
take the
what I'm
help of
talking about.
any
That is what I'm
technical
saying
person.
you, that is precisely what we are teaching. Yeah, Deepika, go ahead. You wanted to ask something. Go ahead.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Deepika, go ahead. You can switch on your mic and ask. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I am a science facilitator in a
Okay.
IB curriculum. So I
Okay.
wanted to ask you, whenever we are allotting some problem to students or project to students, so
Okay.
what they are supposed to do is, I think that they are supposed to search from the scratch. What they are doing is just putting the prompts in Chat GPT, and they are getting the direct answers to it. So, sir,
Perfect.
isn't it a hindrance, or how could we overcome this?
करेक्ट परफेक्ट बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सही क्वेश्चन आपने पूछा है कि इफ द स्टूडेंट्स आर गोइंग टू यूज चैट जीपीटी, आपने एक प्रॉब्लम दे दिया उनको और चैट जीपीटी, if they are going to write down get everything details from the chat gpt, okay, that is your question, correct?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. I'll tell you, let them use chat gpt perfectly. कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है चैट जीपीटी यूज करने में, राइट? बट what you should do is chat gpt में एक प्रोविजन है ऑन द टॉप ऑफ इट. चैट जीपीटी हो, कोई भी ऐप हो, कोई भी एआई यूज करता हो, उसके ऊपर एक ऑप्शन है डाउनलोड द चैट इन पीडीएफ. आपने देखा है वो?
No, sir, I'm not aware of that.
हाँ जी.
No, I'm not aware of that.
हाँ, तो चैट जीपीटी में भी, in Google Gemini, in Claude AI, everywhere there is a provision on the top corner there where you can download the entire chat as PDF. So what you do is you tell them, आपको पता है they are using chat GPT, so you
Yes,
tell them please use chat GPT or Gemini, whatever you want to use. I have no problems, but only condition is you have to bring what prompt you entered. Correct?
Okay.
Point number 1. And how many times you have iterated on that prompt. Corrections क्या क्या किया आपने और फाइनल रिजल्ट तक पहुंचने से पहले कितने सारे चैट्स हुए हैं वो पूरा लेके आओ साथ में. Then you will come to know how much brain he has used and how much he has left it to ChatGPT to do. Right? Then you will find people not using ChatGPT. You got my point?
Yes, sir.
Correct? So it is something like saying I am telling them कि आप कैलकुलेटर यूज करो. बिल्कुल यूज करो कैलकुलेटर, मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. लेकिन आपने कैलकुलेटर किस चीज के लिए यूज किया है इस प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने में वो बताओ. राइट? सो इन दैट व्हाट आई कम टू नो, पूरा कैलकुलेटर के अंदर एक हिस्ट्री बटन होता है, वो हिस्ट्री चेक करने के लिए. AC और C, यू कैन चेक हिस्ट्री ऑफ क्या क्या कैलकुलेशन किया हुआ. सो आई वांट दोज डिटेल्स. तो उससे मुझे पता चल जाएगा कि आपने किस हद तक ChatGPT यूज किया है. आर यू गेटिंग दिस? पॉइंट नंबर 1. दूसरी बात, सेकेंड थिंग व्हाट नॉर्मली टीचर्स डू इज कि आप एक प्रोजेक्ट दे देते हैं होमवर्क के लिए कि आप करके लेके आ जाओ ना. नॉट दैट, नॉट दैट. व्हाट यू डू इज यू टेक 1 सेशन फुल या 2 सेशंस, या संडे को बुलाओ उनको या एक्स्ट्रा क्लास रखो, कुछ भी करो. बट आई वांट ऑल ऑफ यू टू सिट टुगेदर. छोटे छोटे ग्रुप बनाइए और ग्रुप बना करके उनको बोलो कि ये टास्क तुमको दिया हुआ है, अभी आप बताओ मुझे हाउ विल यू प्रोसीड फर्दर. आई एम गिविंग यू 2 hours. 2 घंटे के अंदर अंदर मुझे बताओ कि हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू प्रोसीड फर्दर. उसके बाद एक एक ग्रुप अपना अपना ChatGPT यूज करें या जो यूज करें, एंड देन कम बैक अगेन, डू अ मीटिंग एंड एवरीबडी एक्सप्लेन देयर प्रोजेक्ट. जब एक्सप्लेन करने की बात आती है, दैट टाइम दे विल हैव ट्रबल इफ दे आर कॉपीड फ्रॉम ChatGPT. I think you got my point.
Yeah.
This is the future of education. यहां पे हमको थोड़ा सा स्मार्ट बनना पड़ेगा. Done?
एक चीज मैं बताना चाहूंगा. जस्ट वांट टू मेंशन वन थिंग सर.
Just 1 minute. Just 1
सर
minute.
एक
Just 1 minute.
Okay,
Just
sir.
1 minute. Yeah. Tell me.
Sir, actually, if we are going to write any prompt, yeah, if we are going to write
Just
any
1 minute.
instruction.
Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Some Durgesh has given a question saying that before we join the course, we want to have a practical. You are most welcome. Right? You are most welcome, Durgesh. Before enrolling me, we want a working workshop. Absolutely. You can attend one of the classes. You will be allowed to attend the class. There is no problem. Right? And उसका सैंपल तो आपको वैसे भी मिल रहा है क्योंकि मैं आपके सामने बैठा हूं. आई एम ओनली द इंस्ट्रक्टर फॉर दैट. ठीक है ना? So don't worry about that. Yeah, somebody was asking. Go ahead, tell me now.
Yes, sir. Actually, I would like to tell you one thing. If we are going to write any instruction or any prompt to the Gemini or ChatGPT, then we must take care about 7 elements also, like
You should take
task,
care of
goal, limitations, and all that, level, and all that,
नहीं,
so that the output will be very correct for all of us.
देखिए साहब, just I'll tell you one thing, Pramod साहब. I'll tell you what India's problem is fundamentally. प्रॉब्लम ये है कि हमारे पास दुनिया भर के IITians हैं. ठीक है, एक साल में 18,000 लोग निकल रहे हैं IITians. जा कहां रहे हैं ये? वेयर आर दे गोइंग? ओके, द पॉइंट इज वी आर वेरी गुड एट solving problems, but we are very bad at identifying problems. That is our biggest problem, right? So how can you create people, those who can identify problems, right? Yeah, just 1 minute. Priyanka, yeah, go ahead. You wanted to ask something? Yeah, Priyanka, go ahead. You are asking something. Would you like to switch on your mic and ask? Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Rajalakshmi and I am working as an
No,
ETL
I just
instructor.
can you just hold on for a minute, Rajalakshmi? Priyanka was asking something. I just wanted to answer that first. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Priyanka, go ahead. Yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah, Rajalakshmi, then go ahead.
Yes, sir. My name is Rajalakshmi and I am an ETL instructor in one of the school.
Okay.
The problem is I'm an MTech postgraduate. I took my
Okay.
projects with the problems which I could see in my day-to-day life. Like
Okay.
example, I took my MTech project as a smartwatch. The
Okay.
difference between the smartwatch which is in the market right now and the thing which I did is
Yep.
every patient can carry their prescriptions or medical reports along with them.
Correct.
So my idea was like I need to take some cloud into my smartwatch so
Okay.
that every prescription which is prescribed by the doctor
Okay.
will be stacking up in the cloud.
Okay.
So that would be very easy for the next doctor to check what was the earlier medication and then prescribe the next ones.
Okay.
So this is how I think and I work on. But
Okay.
the problem is
Yep.
nowadays in many schools the problem what I'm facing is schools are forcing us to just make students do the project.
Correct.
They are not asking us to explain them the basics. See,
Correct.
like if I say they're doing the projects and they don't know
Okay.
what the work of a resistor is.
Correct. Correct.
That
Correct. That
is
is
how.
that is the reality. That is the reality of what is happening right now. Okay. That is one of the biggest troubles that we have in today's, and for that the only way out is that if you cannot change the world, change yourself. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So like what you're saying about the project, and I'm so glad that you spoke and you are involved with this kind of activity where you would like to. Now I'll just give you another one simple example, that you yourself must be facing a problem when you're carrying a phone with you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Especially ladies, you carry the phone with you in your hand. Okay.
Yes.
But tell me, analyze with a phone, what do you actually do? What do you actually do? Identify 3 things which you do with the phone throughout the day when you're holding the phone in your hand. Okay. Can those 3 things be done by a small device like a remote control? A small device with 3 buttons, can you solve that problem? And keep your mobile in your bag. Okay. And this small device, you hang it around you. You can answer calls with that. You can send an immediate reply. You can, already predetermined reply can be sent. I will call you back later or something like that. Automatically the message goes. Just 3 things, 3 buttons on that small device. Isn't that a
Yes.
great idea?
Yes, sir.
You hang it around your neck. That's all. You don't need to, publish your phone all the time. Right? You don't have that heavy thing always in your hand. Put it in your bag. Just hang this around your neck and you get a call, automatically press that and you can speak through that only. There is no issues. Right? Bluetooth control. No, this is an idea. Now you talk this to the students and tell them what all can you do about it. What are the 3 things which you like to include in that? Right?
Yes,
and
sir.
that will become a new device which does not exist in the market today. Think about it.
Yes, sir.
So for a diabetic patient, I always say this, diabetic menu. You don't have a diabetic menu in any restaurant.
Yes.
Correct? But we are going
Yes,
to be
sir.
the diabetic capital of the world. Can't your students start making a study on this and use mathematics, use science, use technology, use engineering, and create a menu specially for diabetic patients, which can be attached to the menu card in every restaurant?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it a possibility? Right? That doesn't exist
Yes,
today.
sir.
Where have you found diabetic menu in any restaurant?
No.
But you have diabetic patient in every family.
Yes, sir.
So that person sits there and feels guilty of coming to the restaurant. Right? Isn't that a problem? Identify problems in the society and try and solve them. That is what is important. Right? Thank you all very
Yes,
much.
sir.
I would be glad to
Sir,
take any.
my second question is, which
Yeah.
certification would align more for my teaching field, like at a lab?
Okay, Atal Tinkering Lab setting up. If you want to set up personally, it's a bit too costly because they require 1,000 square feet area.
Not
Okay.
regarding the lab, sir. Regarding the
Yeah.
certification, STEM certification or STEM
Ah.
robotics.
No, STEM and STEM robotics, the difference is hardly anything. Okay, it is hardly anything. The difference is hardly anything. And we suggest normally to do both together. You hardly have a difference of around 3,000, 4,000 rupees difference is there, which is only for the components which come extra. That's all. Otherwise, the training is almost all the same, except that you have some extra robotics, advanced robotics are there in the robotics class. Other than that, the entire course is almost the same.
Yes, sir.
Done? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Zutan, go ahead. Tell me, you were saying something.
नमस्कार सर।
Yeah.
बेसिकली सर मैं त्रिपुरा के से हूँ, रिमोट एरिया की। तो मैं
हाँ जी।
स्कूल गवर्नमेंट स्कूल टीचर भी हूँ। तो
हाँ जी।
मेरी ये थोड़ा अलग तरीका का क्वेश्चन है, जो है मेरा एटीएल लैब है स्कूल में। बहुत
Okay.
सारी चीज है इसमें, लगभग क्या कहूँ मैं 50 बाई 50 रूम्स में बहुत सारी चीज है।
Correct.
तो डिपार्टमेंट के द्वारा ऐसा कुछ जानकारी नहीं दी गई कैसे कोई प्रोजेक्ट को हम इसको इस्तेमाल करें और यूज करें। तो
हाँ हाँ
इसके बारे में कुछ जानकारी के लिए कहाँ मैं इसे जुगाड़ कर
सर,
पाऊँ, मुझे डिटेल्स।
बिल्कुल भी आप टेंशन ना लें, बिल्कुल भी आप टेंशन ना लें। अगर आपके पास ऑलरेडी इक्विपमेंट्स अटल टिंकरिंग लैब में है, राइट, आपके
बहुत
पास
सारी
हाँ, बहुत बढ़िया बात है, बहुत बढ़िया बात है। जो ट्रेनिंग हम लोग दे रहे हैं, जो
हाँ जी
ट्रेनिंग लोग दे रहे हैं, उस ट्रेनिंग के अंदर आपको एआई से लेकर, सिमुलेटर से लेकर, हैंड्स ऑन प्रोजेक्ट से लेकर, सेटिंग अप द
हाँ
एंटायर
जी
लैब एंड रनिंग दैट लैब, वो सारे चीजें वी आर एक्सप्लेनिंग टू यू इन दिस होल प्रोसेस। ठीक है? तो उससे क्या होगा कि आपके जो कम्युनिटी बन जाएगा, एक करीब एक बैच में जितने भी लोग हैं सब एक साथ मिलेंगे, तो यू आर एबल टू टॉक टू देम ऑल्सो एंड अंडरस्टैंड देयर प्रॉब्लम्स, व्हाट दे हैव फेस्ड एंड हाउ दे आर सॉल्विंग इट। ये सारी चीजें आप उसमें इन्वॉल्व कर सकते हैं। सो दैट विल बी अ गुड आइडिया बिकॉज वी हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ अ कम्युनिटी बिल्डिंग अप इन दैट। डन?
ओके सर,
बट
थैंक यू
फॉर
सर।
दैट आपको पता चल जाएगा, करीब 10 के करीब तो 12 के करीब तो हमारे प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं, सारे सेंसर्स यूज करते हैं हम, राइट?
हाँ जी सर।
बाकी के यू वट एवर यू हैव, वी आर गिविंग यू सपोर्ट ऑल थ्रू आउट, सो उसका भी कोई टेंशन नहीं। डन?
मैंने देखा
बी
सर बहुत
रेस्ट
सारी चीज, बहुत सारे सेंसर वगैरह लगभग होंगी अपने
एब्सोल्युटली
50 लगभग होंगी,
वी
इतना
आर
सारी।
देयर विथ यू टू हेल्प यू आउट,
ओके,
राइट?
थैंक यू, थैंक यू सर,
Fine.
थैंक यू सर।
Aisha, go ahead, you are saying something. Yeah, Aisha, their adult tinkering labs are there, but nobody is trained. That is the problem. And even if they are trained, they know how to make that 10 this one projects. उसके अलावा कुछ आता नहीं। Why are they doing what they are doing? That they do not know. That is the problem, right? Yeah. So right. So our main focus is on that. We understand those problems, right? So we will be glad to help you out in whichever way we can. Yeah, Narsing, go ahead. You are saying something? Narsing, yeah, go ahead. You wanted to say something.
I'm not working anywhere, but
Okay.
I have to
Can you just
teach
introduce
other
yourself, Narsing? Where are you from?
Hyderabad, Miapur.
Yeah. Go ahead. Tell me.
Which one is better to me? How it will be useful for me?
Okay. So whether it is
Mm,
you are working somewhere or you are wanting to start your
no.
own, what is it?
Yes. I'm not working anywhere. I have to
Okay.
I have to teach Abacus and
Perfect.
Vedic Maths in my
Perfect.
flat only.
I would suggest you go for the combination of these two, STEM and STEM robotics. The reason is
Okay.
this, that whenever you go for a job, they use the word robotics, right?
Okay.
So STEM is required in any case. If you say I am STEM certified is not sufficient. Are you STEM and robotics certified? That is what they will ask you. So it is a good
Okay.
idea to go for STEM and robotics together, right? Now,
Okay.
when you learn robotics, the biggest doubt which people have, which just now we were discussing, was about the coding part. People say that we don't have any idea about coding, so how do we go ahead? Right? You don't need to learn coding in today's day, but
But
you should know
I
how to read a code.
okay. I haven't touched the coding and any
I,
background in
I am a
computers.
I am basically a mechanical engineer, right?
Okay.
After that, I did my flight engineer, and then I did drone pilot license. I became a drone instructor, right? After that, I learned
Okay.
science of cooking, and now I learned robotics. Now tell me,
Okay.
where else should I go?
Okay.
Okay, so if
Okay.
it is possible for me, you are far younger than me and you can do it. Be rest assured, we are there to help you. Okay,
Okay.
all the best.
Once my course is completion, then what I have to do is better.
You get a certification, and based on that, it is up to you whether you want to start your own lab, or you want to start your own STEM lab, or you want to work somewhere. Either way, we are there to help you. Okay,
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you all
Okay.
very
Fine.
much. Bye for now. Bye for now. Thank you all. You can always
Sir, I want to
contact us.
ask something.
Yes, Durgesh, go ahead.
Like as you have said that we can open our own lab based on STEM. So
Correct.
the certificates which you are providing by this program, these are enough for the STEM lab?
Perfect. Absolutely. Why? Because when you, if suppose you want to set up your own STEM lab, okay, you need money for that, right? The government of India is providing you for self-employment. You can take up to 10 lakh rupees, 10 lakh rupees without having any collateral, right? You don't have to give any collateral. 80% is subsidized for women, right? Government of India schemes are there. What is the advantage of that is, but the problem is when you go to the bank and ask for the loan, the first question they will ask you, do you have a qualification?
Okay.
How do I know that you have learnt about STEM education? Where is your syllabus? Where is your curriculum? Do you have anything with you? Right? That is a question they ask. So you produce this certificate, and by the time end of the course, you can take our curriculum only. No problem. We'll allow you to do that also. What more do you want?
Okay.
Right? So
Sir, but you have to provide the lab also.
you have
Lab
to
setup.
you have to have that urge to do something. We are there to support you.
Oh, okay.
But if
And
you
secondly,
But you
expect
have
that
to give the guidance.
we will give you 100% guidance. We will be beside
Oh,
you, but we will not walk for you. You
okay.
understood?
right.
Right. At some point in time, a mother has to keep the child down and tell, now you start walking. Mother will never carry the child throughout his life on her shoulders.
Yes,
Yes or no?
yes,
We will
yes.
take you up to that point. We are there with you. Done? All the
Before
best.
starting the lab, can we have some kind of placement in educators for the STEM teachers also?
We have tried that. We are working it out. Our portal is getting ready. Okay. Where we will have the link of both the job seekers and the job providers. Right. But if you ask me personally, on my personal note, I don't believe in searching for a job. Okay. I believe in creating my own niche. Okay. I want to do something of my own. Right. That should be your thought process. How I can employ 4 more people and call it my company. Done?
Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of job seeker, be the job giver.
Yes, you should be a job giver. Right. And
One
ladies
more
and
last question, sir.
yeah.
Like as you have said, normal instead of taking normal STEM course, we should take STEM robotic course, right?
Perfect.
I
Yeah.
am a
Better.
math teacher. I don't have any technical background, so may I be able to do all this?
Perfectly. I'm telling you, history teachers are doing, English teachers are doing. So where is the problem? Right?
Okay.
So don't worry about that. You can do that.
Right?
Right?
Maths అయిపోయిందా?
Absolutely. We don't need maths also. Right? We will do it without that. If you keep everything at home and come, more than sufficient. We'll be very happy. Okay? Sure. Thank you all very much. Bye for now. Have a good day. We hope to see all of you in the course. Thank you all.